Growing up, I was always a natural-born hustler. From as far back as I can remember, I was always looking for my next move. My journey began when I was about 15, a kid face-to-face with choices and chances most would call daunting. But for me, it was just part of life. I jumped into the dope game, carving a path into realms I barely understood at the time. My entry was through an intake program designed for minors starting in the workforce, a seemingly legitimate job that paid $62 every 2 weeks. I'll never forget the day I held that first paycheck, as crisp and promising as a blank page. Benny was more than family. To me, he was a game changer, a big-time D-boy entrenched in the scene, making the real money that dreams and dangers are made of. As I neared his place, the beat of anticipation thrummed like a heartbeat in my chest. Boom, boom, boom. Finally, I was there telling him, "'Cause I'm trying to get on my feet. What can I get for 62 hours?" At that moment, Benny's laughter was robust, a sound echoing with the wisdom of someone who'd been in the game for a while. "Do you even know how to sell dope?" Benny asked, humor mixed with curiosity. And so, for more than an hour, he taught me the ropes, the lay of the land, the ebb and flow of product and money. "'Cause," he finally said, "you keep the $12. I'm gonna give you a $50 double up." "What's a double up?" I asked, feeling the churning anticipation. Benny's laughter echoed once more, but his eyes were serious. "This $50 you give me, I'll give you 5 stones. Each stone is worth $20. Do your math and you'll see." My math was quick, fueled by eagerness. I handed him the $50 and in return, received a chunk of crack. Benny looked me straight in the eyes and said, "You gotta cut it yourself." His words were a challenge and a bond. I felt the weight of the product like a small, dense piece of my future. Returning home, my heart raced like the crescendo of Eazy-E's Dope Man blaring through my headphones. This was my moment. I stepped into the kitchen, grabbed a black plate and headed to my room, shutting the world out behind my locked door. With precision, I began to slice with my razor blade, each stone a piece of potential laid out before me. As I stepped out of my house, the immediate scene was a chaotic clash of desperation and opportunity. The street pulsed with a gritty energy, as old pimps turned crackheads, prostitutes lined the sidewalks, each absorbed in a world driven by survival and hustle. The air was tinged with the sharp bite of anticipation and the heavy scent of lingering smoke. I knew the night was just beginning, and it was time to get paid. The city was alive with opportunities and dangers, and I was ready to make my mark. With every sale, I felt the adrenaline surge through me, turning my fear into fuel for the hustle. I was no longer just a kid. I had stepped into a realm where every decision could mean the difference between success and peril.